Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Homestand TV. I'm your host, Celine Chamarki, alongside my co-host, Justin Pooney. Justin, we always start off the show like this. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Celine. How are you? I mean, no, you must be very happy. Big win by the Maple Leafs last night. Canucks are in action tonight against the San Jose Sharks. It should be W, but who knows when you're talking about the Canucks.
Well, it was a big performance for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The shutout win. Murray had 44 saves on the night. They won 4-0. They were perfect on the penalty kill. All around, great defensive efforts by the team. It was a
Justin Hall even too. He was throwing a puck.
What goes on through Justin Hall's brain? Please, just tell me.
I don't know, but it was effective. Ray Ferrari was on the broadcast. He had no idea what he was thinking.
I don't think anybody. You know how many memes there are gonna be of now? That's just gonna be when you think of Justin Hall 15 years from now. That's gonna be the clip that gets played.
Maybe. But to talk about the game, to answer the first question, to go back on track about the game, I thought it was a really sound performance from the Toronto Maple Leafs. You saw a complete effort by them. You saw guys like Marner blocking shots, Rasmus Sandin blocking shots, sacrificing the body. Really, the team boosting team morale. Seeing a guy like Mitch Marner block shots will really get the bench going. Auston Matthews scored. Like you mentioned, Matt Murray is playing very well. And Matt Murray.
No knock in the net.
Who knew that after they lost Jack Campbell, the Leafs would be winning that situation because Jack Campbell is not playing very good. And the Leafs goaltending has performed very well, at least above my expectations, right?
Recently, yes.
Yeah, recently. So they've been playing a lot better. And I think you're just seeing this team clicking. And when they're clicking in the regular season on all cylinders, 9 times out of 10 every night, they're going to come away with a win. And they played very dominant against the Dallas team that was playing very well. They ended Jason Robertson's streak. Mitch Marner's streak continued. So the Leafs played very, very well. And again, this kind of continuation from the month of November is continuing on to the month of December where they're playing some very good hockey.
The Leafs also, they have a 12-game point streak, the longest in franchise history, too.
Yeah, they've been on an absolute, as you like to say, a heater of late.
Heater. I love that word.
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed with how the Leafs have been playing, which is absolutely crazy to come out of my mouth, but the Leafs are playing very well. But as we all know,
okay, let's not
come
talk,
April,
okay, you know what? Just be happy. They won.
I'm being a realist.
It's the beginning of December. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Come April, that's a different story. That becomes a different team when April comes, even though it's been the same
but
thing
hey, look,
season.
But just to touch back on last night, to see, they just looked dominant. They looked like a team that, they gave them 44 shots, it was a lot, but if Matt Murray's playing like that, or even 3/4 of that, you have a chance to win every night. And when Matthews is scoring and Marner is, setting him up, and even guys chipping like Alex Kerfoot, you are going to win a whole lot of games. Let's just hope that continues in the spring.
Let's hope it continues. Well, the Leafs are going to be back on home ice to take on the Los Angeles Kings on Thursday. Now, another game from last night, Seattle and Montreal. Revenge is best served on a platter, right? That's the saying.
Is it really revenge, though? Like,
I know, it's kind of, the irony is there.
I know the whole thing from the draft where he allegedly stared down.
Yeah, okay. Well, for those of you that... Let me tee it up a tad. For those of you that are like, what are they talking about? I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about. Shane Wright, he scored his first NHL career goal against the Montreal Canadiens last night. He opened up the scoring for the team as well. So that's what we're kind of talking about here because we all know what happened in the NHL draft. Montreal passed him and picked Slavkovsky, and the stare down that Wright gave during the pitchers was pretty hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. I don't really know if it's revenge. Again, everybody projected Shane Wright was going to be the first overall pick, and then he dropped. I'm happy for Shane Wright that he scored. Finally getting that monkey off his back, per se, that weight off his shoulders. Because remember, he started off the year, he's getting healthy scratch, and he got sent down to the minors, and he was ripping it up in the minors. He was scoring goals left, right, and center. Comes back up, scores against Montreal. You saw the emotion on him when he finally scored. What a special moment that was for him to do it in front of the home crowd. Hopefully this is the start of something good for Shane Wright because, but as I think everybody kind of forgot, he was the consensus number one. The guy that was going to be the two-way center, the guy you can really be a cornerstone around your ability to franchise around, and he still Very well could be that, right? And just to see that was very impressive. And I feel bad for Montreal because
why do you feel bad for
they
Montreal?
blew a big lead in Vancouver.
Who
what
cares?
a wild game that was.
Who cares?
They were up,
we never defend Montreal. You're talking to a Leafs fan.
And then they go to Seattle, and then that happened to them too. So, but good for Shane Wright. Hopefully this turns the season around.
Hopefully it does. I mean, Shane Wright was supposed to go #1 for a reason.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now he's really proving that what he's worth, really, at the end of the day.
And again, Seattle has him and Matty Beniers can really form a very dynamic duo down the middle. I'm not going to say Crosby-Malkin-esque, but like, you know, if they can both reach their potential, their full potential, Seattle could have a very scary 1-2 punch down the middle of the ice for decade, well, at least a decade.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out.
And Seattle's playing very good too right now this year.
I know. Who would have thought from like a bottom team last season to like.
But I think that's kind of what the plan was. They wanted to grab. They were going to do the Vegas model and be super competitive.
Yeah, the Vegas thing was crazy.
Yeah, because it was going to be
that was like a fluke
the league caught on to Vegas, right? So now let's talk with Seattle. They had to build to the draft, stockpile picks, and now you're finally seeing, some of the stuff. They made some shrewd moves in the offseason as well, getting guys like Oliver Bjorkstrand and stuff like that. So I like Seattle. I don't know if it's going to be sustainable for the whole season. I hope not for my Canucks' sake, but they're playing very well.
Yes. Well, we love to see that. And it's still only December.
Yeah,
so, I mean, we still have quite a while to go. I mean, who knows? Maybe we can see a bottom team like Anaheim come up and win the Stanley Cup. I mean, you never know,
I don't know
honestly.
about that. I think it's kind of
It's far-fetched. Yes, it's far-fetched. But, I mean, you never know. Hockey is such a wild sport. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen. Like the St. Louis Blues, all of a sudden, bottom team come back and they win the Stanley Cup. So you never really know. Maybe this is the year the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup. Maybe this is the year that they pass round 1.
Maybe that.
Maybe that. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Homestand TV. I'm your host, Celine Schmarkey, alongside my co-host, Justin Pooney. But before we end things off, shoe up here, sock.
I don't know how to put my shoe in this. Oh,
let's go, sock.
So in the spirit of Christmas.
In the spirit of Christmas.
I'm wearing some Christmas socks. Well, you can't see them, but there you go. The season of giving has begun.
Yeah, the season of giving has begun. Did you go Christmas shopping yet or not yet?
No, I'm a last minute shopper.
Oh,
I like it when the pressure's on. Then I will do my best.
The pressure's on. Who doesn't like it when the pressure's on? Anyways, thank you again. I'm Celine Schmarkey alongside my co-host Justin Pooney. We will see you on Friday.